Way to go.
Yeah. Well, at least we left out unmentionable stuff. So last we left off, the team had decided to split into two. We pick up this issue with Soldiers and Trent. Just for future reference, it's really helpful to me if you guys change your Roll20 display name to your characters. Because there's always that little 5 seconds where I have to remember who's who. Yeah, thanks. So how you guys get there? Trent, have you taken your van for a spin yet?
Yes, I've been driving everybody around.
How many people have ever seen a giant tree drive a van?
I guess the idea of the van is to that people don't really see much of who's driving.
Just tint the windows.
Yeah. And just while I'm on the topic, do you give Karma and Ekta a lift?
Sure.
Alright, cool. You guys compare notes or anything, any final advice to each other before you head off?
Like
All right,
before we get dropped off.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
think, yeah.
Hold on, I got a phone call.
Okay.
So you're gonna come back and pick us up too?
I guess.
If not, I can give you wings.
You can do that.
And I'm gonna put wings on him at this point.
You guys are in the van at the moment on the way to the library, I assume.
Don't bother picking us up.
Oh, crap. Ekta, it's a pity you didn't get to check on your glider.
Yeah, I did that before we left. Remember, I was doing that. We all went back to my place. That's when I was.
I think what happened is we went back to your place and we got sidetracked with Del Toro. So you didn't get to go and examine your glider and to check on the new 3D printed. It's like there's routines going on in the background, and every once in a while another component will spit out of the 3D printer, and then another part will queue up to be produced again.
Okay, so I guess before we leave, I check it out.
Yeah, but you guys were in Karma's apartment when we finished last time, so.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, but I think where we finished last time was night, and you guys would have gone home to do your thing. So let's take a look at that glider, since you would probably be waking up at the base and getting yourself ready to get picked up in a van. So you go over to the glider, and it's a section of the work area. That's this one. Like, remember how I was saying you would have a section for mechanical work, a section for woodwork, you'd have a section for electronics. This is a corner, and all of the equipment here is related to avionics and rocket technology. And there's this thing covered down by a tarp, and the machine in the corner of the space has a part. It's like I was gonna say a gimbal. Yeah, it's a gimbal but it's like a really small one, and it's encased in a pyrite cube. And it's like a fail-safe for if your electronic stabilizers fail.
Okay.
So I assume you'd pick it up and check out your glider.
Yeah. Put it in and everything is, if I can. I'm not saying that right. Assemble it.
Yeah.
Attach it to the glider.
Yeah. It fits right under the left aileron. There's a recess there where you had to sacrifice one of the extra battery packs, so you wouldn't be able to fly as long as you had before. You can still fly pretty long. I'm not cutting into your abilities here. You had to sacrifice one of your battery packs, so you sacrificed life for stability, which was the purpose of this little algorithm. And
So no cross country.
no cross country. So give us a quick description of your glider.
It's gonna be round, and it's gonna have almost like a disc sort of a thing. It's gonna have propulsion inside the thing that I stand on.
Yeah.
It'll probably be about 6 inches thick, and it'll have some sort of landing gear.
Yeah.
Probably legs where I come down vertical on it. Yeah, I guess that's about it, really.
And what kind
Wait,
of?
it's a flying saucer.
Yeah.
Sort of. I'll see if I could find a picture.
Yeah. What? Just off the top of your head, what kind of gadgets are you planning to have in there?
Probably like smoke, like some sort of cloaking, thing, or like cloud cover or something like that. Weapons.
Caltrops.
Yeah, like maybe bolos or some sort of a net type of thing.
Yeah.
Non-lethal kind of stuff.
Yeah. Right. So that sounds great. So you put the part in, and the computer activates, and it says, what would the computer call this glider? she'd say project AC3 now fully assembled, beginning calibration and diagnostic run-throughs. And you see a countdown begin, and it's going to take a couple hours. So by the end of this day, you'll have your glider.
Perfect.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, I did. Right. So I assume at this point is where you would be ready to go. Karma, do you do anything at home before? Oh.
No, I'm here.
Yeah. Do you do anything at home before you meet up with you guys? I'll check with everyone.
No, probably not.
So you're settling in at your new apartment now. I assume you'd sleep in an apartment, or do you stay in the basement?
I would sleep in my
Cool.
where Valerie isn't.
That looks like a hat.
You know, that was so surprising to me that yeah, which is hat. Yeah, that was so surprising to me that trust issues developed with you and Valerie. That was pretty cool to see. I did not see that at all.
Well, she is really rude.
Moving right along. Do you have like any particular little morning ritual or anything like that? Do you read or?
I put on the first thing I say.
Cool. All right. So Trent. So Ekta is probably going to be better looking. So you have a handicap to start.
I just put up my glider in the Discord.
Oh yeah, I see it. That's
the cone thing is a little different on the bottom.
Yeah.
So it's not quite as hattish.
Yeah.
But that's like kind of where the landing gear would be.
Yeah. It makes sense that you would need extra stabilizers in that thing.
Yeah, it doesn't have a lot of. It doesn't really go on balance so much.
Yeah. It's basically like an airborne Segway, I think.
Yeah, that's probably pretty close to it.
Yeah. So, but it's pretty cool though. I kind of like it. All right. So let's look at soldiers. Soldiers. The panel with you is probably our first look into your apartment.
Ew. Okay. I don't really have anything in my apartment. Just a TV, fridge, stereo system, surround sound, nice couch, big brown leather couch with recliners on it. Some memorabilia, newspaper reels from my mom and her team.
Yeah.
Some memorabilia from Mister. Is there anything else you need to know?
Nothing much. Just a basic idea of what your morning routine is like. It's that part of the comic book where they remember that they have to show that you guys are human as well. And so if assuming soldiers is just getting ready as usual.
Yeah, I'm just getting my hair right, making sure my suit's looking good. Uh, I've decided to swip out my red gloves for black gloves. No
Cool.
real reason. I don't need to tell anybody about that. Look at myself in the mirror. Look at a hologram of my mom, hologram of my father. Kind of give them both a fist pump,
I
and
like
then I head
that.
out the door.
Yeah, I like that. That's a nice visual. Trent, where did you sleep last night?
In my van, like a homeless person.
Yeah, because we haven't really gotten to look at that as yet. I did have some stuff planned for your home, but I figured like let's just leave that up to everyone and see what everyone how everyone wakes up this morning. So, because you do have your family still exists and you do still have like a home. So I was kind of like curious, like how do you balance that? How do you manage that?
I stayed up all night being the chauffeur for 4 different people.
Oh, you slept in a van. You are definitely a front man, Mr. Resnick. All right, so let's I assume you would have your morning stuff. Like I don't know, you probably have like a travel pouch or something where you. Does a tree need to brush its teeth?
It's a fanny pack, and yes.
All right, good. So, you guys, you Trent, you start up your van. Who do you collect first, and do you guys go over anything before you guys drop off?
Are we all in the van now?
Mm-hmm.
You said yes.
Yep.
X, come here.
X. Who's X?
As an Ector.
Oh.
Oh,
X for tomorrow. Yo, X, come back here real quick.
okay. Where?
To the back of the van, man. Gotta talk to you.
Okay.
Get as
cool.
much private as we can have. So you like this girl, right?
Which one?
The one we're, the one we're visiting in the library.
That's cold, man.
Yeah, she's the one with the old lady, right?
Look, man, I get it. You gotta play Mr. Cool, and that's fine. But listen, You do like it, don't
Yeah, yeah.
you? All right. So listen, I'm gonna give you one of my old kits. It's got some Nautica. It's got a couple of breath strips. You know, a little corsage, and a couple of these.
Boner pills.
No, man. I mean, not pills. It's for your boat. Look, it's a couple hats, man.
If not in
Do you
pill
need
form.
those?
Well, everyone needs a little something every now and then.
I mean, if you really need some, I'm sure I could find a way. But nah, man, it's just some jimmies, man. Some prophylactic.
Oh, yeah, okay. I mean, that's cool.
Also, and here, don't let her see you use this. I know that you didn't get your allowance.
Did you say corsage?
Whatever type of time it comes, you never know. Any rate, I know you didn't get your allowance, so I got another thing for you besides the condoms, besides the flowers. This right here. Don't let her see it though. This is a gift card to that steakhouse downtown. It's good
damn.
for $50.
The outhouse?
No, steakhouse, man. Don't take it to the outhouse. What the outhouse costs $50? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, but isn't there a steakhouse? Isn't it called the outhouse? Or no, the outback?
Outback. Not the Outback.
The
man.
Outback Steakhouse.
Oh man, the real steakhouse.
It's a knockoff. It's a knockoff of the Outback, only shittier.
No, damn it, man. No, the real steakhouse with the valets and the nice potatoes. Where you got to wear a tie and she wears an elegant, sparkly dress. You know what I'm talking about, man?
The onion. Don't forget the onion thing. That shit's cash.
We're not talking about the outhouse, boys.
I've never heard of a steakhouse where you have to wear a sparkly dress. That's a little fucking presumptuous, I think.
Bro, you're not wearing a sparkly dress. She's gonna want a dress to look nice. It might be a sparkly dress. I don't know, man. Last few swimsuit models I went to the steakhouse with, they wore sparkly dresses.
Did they feel like they were overdressed?
They're swimsuit models. They feel overdressed everywhere. That's not important.
Do they have ribs?
No. I mean, they eat enough. The ribs don't show. Oh, wait. Talk about to eat.
No. I mean, did they have them surgically taken out? No, yeah.
No, man, they don't do that anymore.
At the outhouse. Do they have ribs at the outhouse?
A matter of fact, they do. Pretty good ones. I mean, some barbecue.
Salad bar?
You want barbecue. You want to take this girl to a barbecue place. What if she's vegetarian?
Well, then I'm probably not going to want to date her.
All right, man, listen. Here's a gift card for the steakhouse, and here's a gift card for the veggie house in case she is a vegetarian. Either way, nice things for you to use. Don't let her know you're using them. Just, show her a good time.
Okay, cool, but I mean, we're just going to the library to see that chick. We haven't made a date.
Yeah, not with that attitude, man. First you get the information, then you
You're
get
right. You're right. Plan for success.
Exactly. If you fail to plan,
You plan to fail.
that's my man. Yeah, so I'm just encouraging him. I don't even know if he needs encouragement. If it's gonna hurt him, I'm not gonna. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna drop an encouragement on that one. Or is that comfortable?
Let's see which one is juicier. I think it would be comfort and support. Because your T move, I think, is kind of specific. in like you have to legacy.
Alright, and I believe you needed to get rid of the condition anyway, didn't you, bro?
I was actually out. I was cleared of all of them last time.
Ah,
I
well,
appreciate the effort.
I'm gonna comfort you anyway.
Oh, great.
Well, the support does give you a couple other options, I think. So you might find something nice there. Du-du-du.
This is assuming I hit.
Yeah. You can give it a roll and see. Oh, there you go. Yeah, you have like skyscraper mundane. You're always gonna hit on those things. All right. So Hector has the option to mark potential, clear a condition, or shift his labels.
I will take
Oh.
potential.
You do have to open up to him though, so you probably just have to like do you accept the advice, or is there a reason why you wouldn't accept it? Just like
Okay, let me
one.
just have a look real quick.
Like, for instance, does Hector actually know how to use a condom?
Good one.
Or, it could just be that he doesn't have enough for any tips to give to the person if he uses the gift card.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. I just figured out what I'm going to do.
Yeah, go ahead. It's you.
You know, the fail to plan and plan to fail thing is something that my mentor used to say. Peneus used to tell me all the time. I can't believe that if I forgot to do that, it kind of makes me feel like I'm not. My head's not in the right place. But thanks for putting me back on the right track, and let's do this shit.
Oh yeah, baby. You gonna go talk to her, get the information. We talk to those Templars, stop these demons. You get your date. We open up a Brussels sprout store, and then we become the new heroes of the city.
The sky's the limit, baby.
That's right. The shade will cover all.
Cool. So in addition, yeah.
That was my team move.
Yeah, so that's good. So Mike gets his comfort and support, and you get your team move. So both things happen. Your team move says you get to add a team to the pool, I think. So the team is now 2 instead of 1. At the start of every session, it's 1. So that goes.
And I also maxed my potential thing.
Cool. So just as before, you can take your time and look over what you're going to do with that. Because we are going to start with, so they drop you guys off at the library, and they move on to the hospital. So is Trent back as yet?
Yeah, Trent pulled over for coffee. You guys did this to me, but I am back.
Cool. So, so all right. So do you guys go like into like straight in, or I assume you'd probably like try to find it. Do you guys go straight in, or do you like try to find a receptionist somewhere or something?
I don't know where I'm going. Do you?
You have the name
Let's
of
see
the
if we can
person.
look at the directory.
Yeah. So you have the name of the person, and usually they would have like in the entrance there's the first of many waiting rooms, and there's like a receptionist there. So you could probably ask her.
I'm just gonna push soldiers forward.
Damn it! All right. Yeesh. Excuse me, ma'am. We're looking for Miss Selfie? No.
Still.
she's in a harassed state, and because it's always busy in the hospital, and she just looks up at you and says, "You want a selfie?"
No, 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 no. Actually, is that
Yeah.
who we're looking for?
Can you take my
We are
picture,
looking for
please?
selfie, right? We are looking for selfie, right?
She stops and she
There.
says, Doctor Selfie?
Uh, yes.
Oh,
Sophie's a doctor?
There she is now.
Damn.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good secret identity.
She says, Dr. Descartes. Um, who's asking?
Ah, Soldiers and Trent. Um, we are we are Carmen's friends.
She stops for a minute and she just stares at you, and then she kind of she says, "Oh."
Karma's not here, though.
Yeah.
It's just us.
Oh, so it's just you two, because I believe she wanted to see everyone. Let me just one moment. And she picks up the phone and she dials about 3 digits into the number into the keypad. Waits a bit and then she presses 2 more buttons and then she hangs up. She says she stares off into a moment and she looks around. She says Dr. Descartes has been expecting you. And she's looking around the room, and finally, like an intern passes by, and she just reaches out and grabs the intern.
Are we early?
Yeah, she grabs the intern and she just kind of points at the desk where she was sitting, and then she gets up and leads you guys through some doors that are like say no patients beyond this point.
I wait at the door.
Come on, man, we gotta go for it. It's a secret exit or the secret chamber.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she looks back at you, Trent, and she's curious. She nods to a couple of there are male staff at this hospital, but she doesn't really communicate with any of them. But like one or two of the female staff, you know, she'll nod to them, and the ones she nod to will also be looking at you.
I'm getting eyeballed pretty hard here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. I hold on. Hey guys, hey. Listen, my friend's just here for the dermatology study. We're all good, right?
Like, who do you say that to?
Just in general, so that like people can hear me and kind of quit staring at Trent.
Yeah, like one of the women who was walking the other way. She just she looks back and says, just don't keep Dr. Descartes waiting. She's been expecting you guys, and she just continues walking.
Oh, we're late. Okay.
Yeah. So this receptionist leads you guys to an elevator, and she pushes the button, and then she steps in. The doors open, and you guys follow her in, I assume, right?
Yeah.
Unless we want some cardio. The stairs, though.
There's a tree need cardio.
No, I'll take the elevator.
She's she would have been amused if this was another person, but she's tense. So she reaches into her pocket and she takes out a key card and she puts it into a slot that's underneath where the buttons are. Pulls it out, puts the key card back in her pocket, and the elevator goes up. Reaches to the top, it dings open, and then it has stopped at what looks like private offices. Like it's not the public part of the hospital. This is more like the administration section. So you step out of the elevator, and there's another waiting room with another receptionist, and the other receptionist is like angry at the first one. It's like, you know, you're not allowed up here. And the first one says, I escorted them here. They're your problem now. And the first one goes back into the elevator, and she disappears down back to her post. And you guys are left with the second receptionist.
I wave.
She nods, and she presses the intercom on her phone, and she says, Superior Descartes, they're here. And you hear a really nice voice come through the intercom and say, please show them in. And the receptionist opens the door for you guys, and that's her office, and she's there behind a desk. She's not in a suit of armor. Yeah. She's in regular administrator's clothes. She's like the person who runs the hospital, and she's got she looks older than when Karma saw her, even though you guys wouldn't know that. She has glasses on, and her hair is tied back in a bun, and she's just fussing with some paperwork. And it's like there are stacks of case files on her desk, and you can see like she's just busy with her day job. And she looks up on you and says, "Oh, welcome. I'm glad you decided to come visit me."
I'm here for dermatology.
That was a cover story, bro. Sorry.
She smiles and she raises an eyebrow. Dermatology.
And we are glad we came to visit you. You're Miss Selfie, correct?
She says, "Yes, I am. I asked Valerie to send a message for me that I really wanted to speak to you guys. It seems that you guys have been finding yourself involved in a lot of interesting things lately. In the space of a few days, you guys have been just about all over the place."
Yes, ma'am. Absolutely. What I understand, you and your order might be able to help us bring these interesting days to a close.
She inhales and she says, she puts down her pen, puts down the paper, and she comes out from behind the desk, and she takes her glasses off and rubs her eyes a little bit, and she says, "Okay. So," and she takes a look at you guys, and she says, "So we've got the grandson and the hitchhiker. Oh well. Three's company." And she begins walking past you guys towards the elevator, and she calls back over her shoulder, "Come on, I've got something to show you guys."
Who's the hitchhiker?
Oh no. I mean, I guess you were driving. Did I forget to put in gas?
So the elevator dings, and she stands in the elevator, and she's just waiting for you guys.
We're on our way.
Alright, so you guys go in with her again?
I said where we follow her.
Oh yeah. Alright.
She's a speed walker, man. That power pace.
So she clasps her hands, and you see her her eyes closed for a little bit, and she doesn't move, and a little panel on the side of the numbers lights up in the same I don't know if you guys have seen this before. It's a kind of lilac pearlescence. That's kind of like their signature. It's what marks their power. It's not a gleam like the Green Lantern's green. It's more like little sparkles, like a metallic paint job. So it's a little spot on the side of the number pad that pearlesces like that in the shape of a hand, and she puts her hand to that, and the elevator starts to move, and it starts going down. And after a little while, you guys realize that it's taking a lot longer to go down than it took to come up.
Wait, you guys have a subterranean fortress, Doctor Descartes?
I think we're just going to the carport down there, right?
She smiles and she says, you guys can call me Selfie. Most people have trouble with that surname. It was all well and good when we were back in France, but since we moved over here, it's been tough fitting in. And you can see she's tired from her day job, and she's like, but she's relaxing a little bit because she's into a part of her day that is not her day job. So she's kind of getting back a little bit of vibrancy. She says, "Okay, I guess we're here," and the elevator door dings open, and you guys walk out. It's I do not have an appropriate picture for this. Honestly, I started looking for one, but did not get one that fits. Crap. Just 1 second.
This looks like Karma's place. That looks like the sewers.
I was about to say that.
Yeah, just bear with me. What it is, it's like a sub basement, but it's not empty. There's like a hallway with a curved roof, just like you would see in a bunker. And off to the sides, there are windows as she walks you down this long hallway. And like
There's windows?
Yeah, and in each of the windows, you'll see rooms with a lot of different things going on in there. So like in one of them, for instance, you will see something similar to what Valerie described to Karma about the ritual to charm the lance that she uses. You'll see something going on in there like that with one person in the center, and she's in her armor, and she's holding a crossbow, and she's praying, but like her knees buckle, and she falls to the floor, and the whole thing breaks, and it's just an intern in scrubs. Lower down, you see, like through another window, you'll see this one. This one is a similar ritual, but there's about 5 of them. 5 of them holding the holding the I'll call it the divine form. Holding the divine form with their armor and their weapons. And the weapons are all pointed at the center where something is beginning to take shape. But it's like light. You just see light and force and energy. And it looks like this ritual is it's not nearing completion as yet. In the hall, as they go past, you see like some people in the robes, because while the rituals have been going on, you have been hearing chanting, and like in the background you can see like the person will do be at the center of the ritual, but there will be a coven, not a coven, a gathering around them of like scribes and so on, who will continuously chant prayers as well. So you guys see all of these things.
A coven. Yep. This is definitely some kind of cult.
She stops and she looks at you and she says, she stops and she looks at you guys and she says, "Oh, we've been called worse. I will tell you, we're not an official church or anything. And we just follow the teachings of our founder. And we don't look for
Oh shit! It is a cult.
She leads you into one of the rooms on the side, and she shows you a portrait on the wall, and it's a huge portrait. This thing is like floor to ceiling, and it's of this person in medieval armor. It's a woman, blonde hair, nice eyes. She's really gorgeous, and her weapon is, it's a sword that is as wide as a shield, and in her other hand she has a smaller sword. And she
Wait,
says,
did you say she has a sword as wide as a shield?
yeah,
So you're talking about like Ichigo's first sword?
it's a sword that's short and broad. It's shaped like a leaf instead of a blade.
Okay.
What
So
anime is this
it's
from?
not some crazy ass anime shield sword. Yeah, I was thinking of like Ichigo's first sword.
Yeah, but it's not as long as that, but it's wider, a little shorter and a little wider.
That's what she said. All right, go ahead.
Yeah. So she says, this is our founder. This is Saint Galatea. She was the first one of us.
I see. And what year was this?
She says this was a while ago. You guys wouldn't have been around or been born yet. Don't worry. She has nothing to do with this latest bit of mess. Our order is approaching 100 years old. She was given the blessing of God to slay evil and to stop evil from coming across to this world. That was her power. In many ways.
Oh, I see. So she's the one who stood at the gates.
Yeah, exactly. And she nods and she smiles,
So the
and
fact
a
that
very bright smile.
The fact that her sword is also a shield is symbolic of how she stands at the ready to fight and to protect.
Yeah.
I can respect that.
She says, I'm glad you see it that way, soldiers. Marcus, wasn't it?
Yeah, but nobody calls me that.
She says, oh, don't worry, we haven't really been keeping tabs on you. It's just it was a really weird thing to happen with your great grandfather. So we kind of kept an eye on
I
that.
apologize, Miss, but I'd be lying. I don't really know much about my great grandfather. I just know he had a job to do. He didn't do it. My grandparents got us out of there.
She nodded and she said, yeah, that's why we never really,
I mean, keep in mind, I never met him, my grandparents, or shoot, even my parents for that matter. Wait, do I have a tragic backstory?
She says,
Trent, why don't you tell me I had a tragic backstory?
Are your parents dead?
Well, yeah, they died while I was being born. Like the defeated demon.
That's pretty sad, dude.
Protecting my mom so that she could even come to this city. Oh, snap. Dude, I have a tragic backstory. Oh, man. I might need more black. Do you guys have more black?
She says, I like your spirit. I suppose it's,
I apologize.
That's creepy.
yeah. No,
I like your spirit.
Yeah, that's
Give
what
it to me.
She says, yeah, I like your spirit. and she's genuinely delighted. And she says, anyway, This isn't what I came here to show you guys. She leads you out of the room again and continues down the hall, and eventually what it comes to, it's like a junction where there is I'm not gonna change the picture because I have some pictures that I have planned for something else. So I don't want to waste them.
Oh, are our communicators still able to reach our friends? Can they hear us?
At this point, I'm going to say yes. So if you
Okay.
do want to, if you do want to try that, she won't stop you.
But right now, I would rather they can hear it because, I mean, obviously there's some information that Connor should have anyway. So
Yeah.
I'm good with them being able to hear it if you.
Yeah, that's up to you if you want to switch it on.
I'm gonna leave
Okay,
my
it's on.
podcast.
Yeah, I'm
Just-
broadcasting.
I think we're gonna get kidnapped.
Yeah, because this is gonna get a little weird.
Oh, no, hope ran by 7 night chicks before.
So so the hallway it leads to an intersection. You know what? I'll just take you there and then I'll find a new picture because it kind of saves me having to describe. Where the hell is it though? Oh, I lost it. Did I lose it? Yeah, it's gone.
Together, man, don't lose it.
Is this it?
No, go ahead, just describe it. We'll be fine.
I didn't recognize the thumbnail. That's why the thumbnail is something different. As I said, these pictures are not planned for this, so the aesthetic is completely different. What you guys
This
are
is
going to be seeing,
definitely a sewer.
yeah. So what you guys are in really is an underground bunker, like something the army would have. That's kind of the aesthetic I'm going for. But I just wanted to show you guys a junction. So she comes out of one tunnel, and it's meeting up with about 6 other tunnels, just like what you're seeing here. And she takes you off, and she stands in the middle a second, trying to decide. She's looking between 2 of the tunnels, and she finally picks one, and she leads you down that way. She calls over her shoulder, "Come along, guys."
Oh yeah. Sorry, man. On our way. Yeah, of course.
So you do manage to catch up to her, but this time it's not a long walk. This time it's a big door, kind of like a I'm going to say it's a vault door. Yeah, because in actuality it would be a vault door. Two initiates of the order. They are in armor. They're standing in armor at all times, and they pull the doors open, the vault doors open, and she leads you guys inside. And the initiates close the vault door in after you. And what you see inside here is a room that is completely circular, with a vaulted roof. There's illumination in the room somewhere coming, but not much. So kind of this aesthetic again, which is why I kind of chose this one. I said I'd run on this. But it's a circular room, and she stands at the center on the floor. She gestures at the she looks around at the floor, and you'll see there's some symbols there, and they have been carved into the stone floor, and they're like runes. It's not French, it's not Aramaic, it's kind of
Latin?
not Latin. It's
Draconic?
it's kind of like Viking writing.
Viking writing?
Yeah.
That's random.
Yeah. It's runes. Runes most closely resemble Viking. At least some of them. So she She kind of touches Trent gently on his shoulders and just kind of leads him
Whoa
across
there.
leads you across to the center of the ruins, and so that you're standing in the exact center. And then she steps back and she puts her hand on Soldier's chest in emotion that says, step back, give him space.
Mm,
Oh, okay. Okay.
so why am I here?
She says, don't be afraid, Trent. We're not gonna hurt you.
You know, I feel like that's exactly what somebody would say just before they hurt.
She
All right,
says,
Miss. Would you be so kind as to explain what you are doing with Trent? He's not used to being touched. Makes him a little bit uncomfortable.
she says,
Also, I'm in a room with no corners.
yeah.
Never trust a room with no corners, dude.
Yeah, like no corners at all. She says, here's the thing, Trent. Something happened to you, and it has brought this change on you that you're seeing, but there's more to it than you can see. And the entity that has brought that change upon you is the kind of thing that we have been protecting the planet from, this world from, ever since we were created. We're not hunters, we're not fighters, we're defenders. And we, it kind of bothers us to see that this thing has hijacked your form. I brought you here because this is a chance for you to hold it accountable. Do you understand?
No,
This
you cut out
was a
when you
chance
said
for
this
what?
chance for you. What? You cut out after you said this is a chance for you.
Yeah, chance for you to hold it accountable.
Hold it accountable? What does that mean exactly?
She says, what do you remember of that night when you changed?
Not a whole lot, I'm totally honest.
And she says, these creatures, they don't ask permission. They take what they want. They take what they don't want. They have taken you. And I decided that one of the best things I can do for you is to give you a chance to find out why. But this has to be something that you agree to. Would you like
I
to confront this
already
thing?
know why.
She says, I'm giving you a chance to see what we see, to see what's inside of you. Can you handle that?
I already know. I think your first mistake here is assuming I haven't already tried that.
She says,
I'm not stupid.
she laughs and she says, somehow I don't think you have been able to get as far as I can get you now.
Get what is far?
As far as I can get you now.
And I'm lost again.
She says, I know this seems weird, but you can trust us.
I'm a step out of the rune circle.
As you do that, as you turn, you see the runes are glowing. And
You said not glowing?
no, it's glowing. They are glowing, and roots and shoots and branches start coming out of your body.
See, you had a nice way of phrasing this as if I had a choice. But what happens if I say no?
She says, if you say no, that's fine, but you're not the only one in there. And the other person, he seems to be disagreeing with you. And as she says that, it's the growth. It starts increasing. You're still in the circle, maybe just a little off center. So like you're probably like a foot away from the center of the runes. The rune is like a 15-foot radius circle. So you're a little off center, and you start sprouting. It's the bark. Your skin turns into proper bark, and you begin looking more like a tree. You begin to grow in size. You want to do an assess the situation, just for kicks.
Yes.
There's only really
If-
one piece of information I can give you for it, but I might as well give you a chance to roll.
I have a -2 to this one, but I'll give it a go. Hey, that's rare.
Alright. So let me just familiarize myself with the questions, and what I will tell you for this is that what is happening and what you're observing going on with yourself is exactly what happened with you when you went back to talk to Nightmare.
Oh,
Hey, can I
okay.
pierce the mask to see if this person is being trustworthy?
Yeah, you can do that.
And my question would be, how can I end this quickly? Like, I want to reassert my control.
That is a very good question.
Could I unleash my powers to contain my powers?
Yeah. But let's just do Mike's thing, and then I'll come right back to you right away. Mike, you did PSD mask.
All right. So, first thing I want to know is
Well, to give you some information to start, when you look over at her, she is in full armor, full weaponry. You didn't even notice that she had changed. And
Got
not
it.
only is she in armor, her armor it's glowing the same pearlescent effect that I mentioned, and her eyes are on what is going on in center there, but her mouth is moving. She's praying.
Yeah.
All right. So I get 3 questions.
Yeah.
First one, of course, is pertaining to him saying yes or no. I want to know what she intends to do.
She intends. She was not telling the complete truth about giving Trent a choice. She really intends for this to happen. She wants Trent to try to do basically exactly what Trent is going to do after you do. After this.
All right. So I guess I kind of answers the question for what she's really planning as well, but I'll ask it anyway.
Yeah.
So what is she really planning?
She is planning to completely follow her order's rules to the letter. The order's rules state that they cannot do harm. They cannot harm civilians or the world that they protect. Not even if um, there'll be this thing where they say kill 10 to save 100. They cannot even do that. Their order is not about that at all. If their order has its way, every single life on this planet will be safe from harm. That's what they were founded for. However, she knows that they are also sworn to stop all evil at the gate. If evil wants to exist in this evil dimension, fine. Don't bring that shit here. That's their order. With Trent, there's a situation
I have
where the
one more
two
question.
rules. Yeah, with Trent, there's a situation where the two rules contradict each other. Because to deal with this,
All right.
a
And my
large number of
last
us will
question
be.
was,
Sorry?
yeah, I have a third question for
Yeah.
that.
hmm
How can I get her to stop if
Um,
this goes poorly?
she she doesn't have an active role in this. That's the short answer. Because what is going on here is that she cannot attack Trent because of the rules I was mentioning. So she has set this up as a way for Trent to do the attacking. For Trent to try to throw this thing off himself. So what she is doing right now is she is trying to help contain what is going on here. Because Trent's powers are beginning to let loose as this thing is kind of awakened and addressed as a separate entity by the enchantments in your room. If this goes badly, it won't be because of something that she is doing. It will be because whatever is happening with Trent and what is within Trent, that is what's going to be causing it, and that is going that. If that goes out of balance, that will be up to Trent and you, and she will help. Which is
Do you
why she's in
guys
full
even know what
armor.
Trent's going to be?
Sorry?
Like, do you guys even know what Trent's going to be when you rip this someone else out of him? Is he still going to have powers? Is he going to go back to who he was? What do you guys know? You're just ripping out a whole person out of him, and you don't even know what the results are going to be?
She speaks the same way in the sense that she uses the same words, but her tone of voice is completely different now. Her tone of voice now is like a soldier. And she says, that's not a person in there, honey. She says, just be careful. I'll protect you as best as I can. And she goes back to praying.
This bitch.
Oh, wait. And you probably didn't think about this there.
Hmm?
Does me being here have any ill effect on me?
No.
Because we never really decided on whether or not a portion of the demon is inside of me, did we?
Right, so here's how I'm going to handle that. Just give me a few minutes, and then this will shift back to you. Because Trent has to do his thing, and then something's going to happen there, and then she'll be able to speak to you. And
I don't even mind, because as far as I haven't even, we don't think we even know whether or not that's in there or not.
Those are really good questions. So just
let's forget about that. Let's just go ahead and forget about that for today.
No, actually, you will get some stuff there.
We'll retcon something if we need to later. We'll just forget about that for right now.
Yeah. So she said. So while this is happening outside, Trent, you are inside of this circle, and it's getting dark. This is like, it's not just you standing and branches sticking out of you. This is like a thicket. It is as thick as like a bamboo patch. I don't know if you would know what that looks like. Yeah. And it's darker than it has been, and there's leaves and foliage and so on. And so you are going to try to contain this. So give me a roll to unleash your powers.
I have a couple questions about that, because does it look like my own powers are going to stop me from leaving, or does it look like it wants to leave? Because I'm in this circle, but can I physically actually leave it?
No, you are rooted to the floor
By the runes or myself?
by yourself. The thing is, you are rapidly. You didn't start doing this. Your powers are doing things on their own. That is the situation here.
Okay, so I have an ability, but I'm not sure if I would be able to use it
Alright, tell me
within
what
the
it is.
nature. It's unstoppable. I can smash my way through scenery to get to or away from something with danger.
I'm just trying to think of how this would occur cinematically. Given
Trent, do you want to do this? Trent, can you hear me? Do you want to do this?
No.
That's good enough for me.
give me a roll for it.
Unstoppable?
How does it work? Is it a roll?
Let me just use it so that you can see it. That did not do a description. Let me just.
I'll check it from your.
This thing. If I hit, I get what I want.
Yeah, you do. And I already know how I'm going to use this. Misty smells true, is devastation. Alright, cool. No problem at all. So how this is going to happen, this move works. So you're good. How this is going to happen, this was going to happen a different way. But because of this move, you basically hulk out and you begin tearing. You're trying to lift your feet off of the floor and trying to pull your own roots out of the floor, that kind of thing. You scream whatever you scream. You try to swing, try to punch, and for a moment you it would be different for everybody, but you would probably like see stars or something, and then all of a sudden you feel like the branches and so on start to leave you, and you are just human. You are completely human. The power was not able to hold you. You broke free. So what is instead you are going to see? You open your eyes and you catch yourself because you're probably a little woozy from that. You are inside a little dome, probably about, how tall are you as a human? No, this would be a little taller. This would probably, let's say 10 feet. 10 feet tall. It would be the size of the runes. The runic circle. It's a dome that's completely made of interwoven branches. Like it's like a blast shield. So you are in there, completely hidden from sight outside, and there's something in there with you.
I wave.
So we'll go back to soldiers, and because outside when this thing happens, you guys see the mass of branches and the thick undergrowth and overgrowth and foliage. All of that kind of whirls and shakes and moves, and then you see it grow even more and interknit even more, and then it's this dome. It's like almost like a wicker basket that's turned upside down. That's how well interwoven it is. Only it's really thick. It's probably the most it's probably the strongest structure in here, and that's considering that here is a military style underground bunker. She relaxes. What's her name? Selfie? Yeah. Selfie relaxes. And her hand which have been holding her sword and shield, drop to her side, and she sheaths the sword, puts it away in the scabbard. She puts her hands together and says a prayer, and she reaches her hands out, and the runic circle around the dome adds an additional shimmering shield. And she kind of makes that comic motion where she wipes her brow and says, "Phew." She says, "Well, that escalated quickly."
So, as far as I can see, there's a dome in the way between where Trent went.
There is her dome, there is Trent's dome, and then there is Trent inside there, you're assuming.
All right, so I'm gonna try to get over, and I'm gonna try to get into that dome to try to help Trent.
She does laugh and she says, "Oh, don't worry, soldiers. He's fine inside there, you know."
He said no, miss. He said no.
She sighs and she's breathing really hard. She says, "Actually, I do, and you do too." Did you ever find out where your powers really came from?
No, I don't know where he came from, but what I do know is this is my friend, and my friend said no, and you guys didn't give him a choice. Now he's stuck in there, and I want to get him out.
She says, "If you were to let him out, it would not be him. It would be the same body. It would be the same, well, mostly the same form. But Trent would no longer be the one in control." What she has set up here, like what is happening here, is basically...
Oop, he crashed.
You know that scene in Bleach where Urahara tied up Ichigo and threw him down into a hole?
And he's back.
Mike?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry. What
the
this
last
is?
thing
Yeah, what this?
was,
Uh-huh.
last thing I was saying was, whoever's in there said no. I don't care who it was, what it was. They said no. Doesn't no mean anything to you?
She says, their no is something that means destruction for this world. Their yes means destruction for this world. We can't take chances with demons like that. Not with one of the big ones like him.
You can't take chances with demons. So what? You just gonna go lock them up forever?
She says, this isn't a lock up. This isn't a prison. We're not going to walk out of here and leave him. We're waiting. Why do you think we're
No, you're just gonna lock him up in a dome until he does what you want him to do.
She says, I didn't start that first dome, you know. That was him.
Trent, can you hear me?
Can I hear him?
Nah, you won't be able to hear him. You might have been able to hear him through the first dome, but not through the second one.
Alright, in that case, we better switch back to Trent then, if I can't help him.
She says,
Is there any help?
She says, look, Marcus, the work we do involves a lot of tough decisions.
And he didn't get to make a decision. You just decided for him.
She said,
I'm so sick of it. Every adult I walk up to, do this now. Do this now. This is the right decision. This is the right decision. And they keep throwing around the word decision like it actually exists. But what they actually mean is, do what I say now. I know best. And if you don't do what I do now, then you die. But you know what? I've seen plenty of kids die doing exactly what they were told to do, decision or not. So you take that away from him, you take away him. We don't know what Trent was before. He doesn't know what he was before. And whoever he comes back out, that's not going to be the same person that was my friend. And you took that decision away from him. You talk about tough decisions. Where's his decision?
She's gonna give. She's gonna start reciting all of Trent's stats. Trent Resnick, age so and so, started school so and so, and she's gonna give you details of Trent's life from before you met him. She
I
says,
remember right. I know Trent, right? I knew Trent before he became what he is, correct?
Yep.
All right.
yeah, she's
Whatever
gonna
she
say,
says right now.
yeah,
it'll
she's gonna
remind
say
me
we
of
know.
that.
She's gonna say I know who he is, and I know what did this that you're looking at, and there are two different people. Right now, Marcus, there are four of us in this room.
I'm listening.
She says, Trent was taken over. The Trent that you know and love is the Trent I'm trying to save. But I can't do that if this next entity is tied up with his soul like that. He's going to lose himself if this continues.
So what you're saying is either he's strong enough to fight this thing off, or he dies. Or he doesn't fight this thing off, then he dies. So the only way that Trent can live is if he wins. Is that what you're saying?
She says, I think he's strong enough.
I know he's strong enough. And I also know that he would have been strong enough if you gave him a choice. But you know what? It doesn't matter about that because that's my boy out there. And he's going to make it through because he's strong enough. Because he's part of us. And my friends listening back are part of us. And Trent, even if you can't hear me, I know you can feel me. Fight this thing. Step back out and claim yourself again.
That's a comprehensive one. And a pretty good one. That was really good. She looks at you and she smiles and she says, at this point she sinks to the floor and she's sitting on the floor and she says, I really wish we could have taught you our ways. It was against the rules. We couldn't interfere with your lives.
I understand, man. Sometimes you gotta break.
Yeah. Just to ask, Karma and Hector, do any of you remember if I gave a name to the female? Okay, yeah, her name was Hardwire, but Hardlight. Sorry, but you guys did not get her real name. She's So anyway, she says I'm gonna have to give her a name. God damn it. Alright, we need a first name and a French last name.
For who?
The female character in the picture that Hector has.
Monet, c'est quoi?
Senqua, I like that one. So that's gonna be the surname. What was the first name you said?
Monet.
Oh yeah, alright, that's good. We'll take that.
Who was this supposed to be, though?
This is one of the people who was on Hector's father's team.
Oh, okay, I get you. No.
Alright. If you guys get a good picture for her, the way I described her, that'll be fine. I don't want to get too distracted. I know this is going on a little longer than I thought. So she says, a little while ago, well, maybe more than a little while ago, one of our order joined the team because we had those of us with the the gift of divination. We saw that a portal was going to open, and maybe something would break through. So one of our orders was sent to join the team that was going there. She said, she sighs and she says, she was a very promising guardian. She was probably better than I was. She was there the day your great grandfather got his powers. In fact, she gave them to him.
I think Alex went to the bathroom.
Yeah, oh man, I'm gonna have to.
Dang it! All right. I can hold it. But
All right, so if you want, let's take
I
a
have to
little
hear respond.
5-minute break, guys, because I could probably go to Mike. You do what you have to do, and just gestate on that for a moment. She's saying that your great grandfather got his powers from one of their order.
So wait, I always thought my father's powers were evil. You telling me my grandfather's were too?
She says we're not evil, you know. We do what needs to be done, but our priority is always to save lives. First, do no
So my
harm.
grandfather was.
You know that, right? It's the Hippocratic oath.
My grandfather was part of your order?
She says no. Your grandfather was the shaman, and he had some power. I mean, you know, he could do some things. You know, he wasn't all bad. But when we lost so many, when so many of the team were lost and killed, and it seemed like Monet knew that he needed something else to be able to stand up to that if it ever came again. So she performed a blessing on him and transferred her powers to him.
So he got his sun powers from this Monet?
Yeah. She says, well, it didn't start off as sun powers. It started off as divine blessing like we have. Like I do. And she holds out her hand, and you still see crap, what's the damn word? Iridescence? No, that's something else. Pearlescence. Yeah, you still see the lilac pearlescence on her hand, just glittering and sparkling in the dark. She says, this is the mark of our blessing, the consideration given by God to the those of our order who take the oath and commit their lives to protecting this world and everyone in it. That's what it started off with. But your grandfather also had, his shamanic abilities, and it manifested as sun powers.
I see. So he didn't uphold the oath.
He was supposed to stand guard. And what makes it worse, he knew just what kind of danger could threaten those people. And she shrugs and she says, but at that point we were we didn't know what to do.
Was
to begin
he
with,
a coward or a villain?
Sorry?
I'm sorry. Was he a coward or a villain?
She said, he started off alright, and then he saw himself live long enough to become the villain.
And we're sure he's gone?
She says, Oh yeah. Your
Because yeah, was great grandfather, so older than my grandparents.
yeah. She says oh yeah. Your grandparents were able to take his powers. After
I
that,
understand.
yeah. After that, he was just a frail old man. She looks at you and she says, "Look, Marcus, the power you have, that power was intended to protect and to stand guard. You haven't been doing that, and we completely understand. We know it's not our place to expect you to take up a shield and man a wall and stand at a portal. But
Miss,
you
with
should
all due
know, yeah,
respect,
yeah. But she
I
said, and
understand, but
she says, but you should know that the power you have is being misused.
so what are you telling me? That I'm supposed to stand guard, like in this order, stand guard over the portals? I'm trying my best to save every person can come across to help protect this team, to help protect this world. You're telling me that I'm not doing that, that I have to do more, or I have to do what I'm doing in a small place?
She says, if you want, we can teach you. We can teach you what you need to know,
Wait,
and we could give you the resources to know where you're needed.
you're telling me that by protecting the world, listen, miss, I'm going to need a lot of information because I'm always going to refuse to let innocent people die just because somebody says my duty is somewhere else.
Hold out for a bonus to the Brussels sprout shop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like
She
he
says,
said, Brussels sprouts.
yeah. She says, the way we do things is that it's not up to the individual, it's up to the order. If your skills are needed somewhere else, that's where you would have to go, and someone else would cover where you are. She says, being a savior to your people is excellent and it's very admirable. But the skills you have must be used properly. Otherwise, if you save the people and lose the world, then you haven't really saved the people. She's trying to lower your savior and raise your danger.
Yeah, I'm going to resist that.
Cool, so it's just a roll. Ooh. Right. So the shift happens. Your savior goes down 1, your danger goes up 1.
Hold on, let me make sure I don't have a move for that. I think I have a move for that.
This is rejecting. And what condition best fits the situation? Da, 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 da. did you find anything?
No.
All right. You also get a condition. Do you have a suggestion for which one best fits the scenario?
Hold on. Hopeless.
Yeah, I think that kind of fits with what you said just now about it's like everywhere you turn, adults are just every single adult within range is just telling you that you're doing it wrong. So I think that kind of that fits. All right. She says, just wait, it'll get better, and then she goes back to watching the dome. Now we're going to move to Karma and Ekta here. But just before we do that, just to let you know, Trent, the person that is in the dome with you is the same person that Karma saw in her last vision.
Okie dokie.
Alright, so that is
Tress.
yeah.
Yep.
I wish I got a better picture of that creature. I mean, that picture doesn't do it justice. In the game, finding him was a really earth-shattering moment because it looked like a sculpture and then the thing moved. It was horrible. Yeah, it's like at first you realize you saw a movement out of the corner of your eye somewhere and you're looking to see if there's like someone in the trees or something, and then you realize that the tree is looking at you, and then it moves and then it speaks. And this thing is huge because it's like the camera is tilted up and you're looking up at this thing. It's yeah, that one gave me some heart palpitations. So that's who's just in there looking at you. So let's go to Karma and Ekta. Let's see what's been happening in the meantime. So kind of bring the timelines up even, and then we'll finish off with the thing. Yeah, okay, I kind of have an idea how I want to the rest of this to go. Okay, so Karma and Ekta, speak to me. So you guys, last we saw you guys were on steps of the library going up inside.
Yep.
So what's going through your head, Ekta? It's like, is it Soldier's advice, or do you have your own game plan, or is it your dad mocking you? What's Karma doing?
Okay, can I just have a little huddle with Karma before
Sure.
we start?
Yeah. I see. Because you guys go inside the library, and it's a big library. You know, it's a library in the city. It's not a one-room thing. So you know, it's probably like 3 levels. A big open reading area, so you guys can huddle in a corner before you actually approach the desk. You guys are inside the library and it's your space now.
Okay. I turn to Karma. I say, "Can you remind me again of why we're here?"
I actually have no idea. I think we're just supposed to meet you. I'm just supposed to meet your girlfriend, right?
Just to remind you guys, the reason why the library was one of the things that you could do is because Del Toro was saying that you need to find some plans for the old subway system and the old sewer system, not the new computerized one. You need to find the old paper ones to find the ones that have been abandoned.
So I say, okay, sewer plans. How do you want to do it? Do you want to go check out the Dewey Decimal System, and I'll go talk to what's her name?
You don't know your girlfriend's name?
I do, but I'm playing it cool.
You might be playing it like you have amnesia. Like I don't think.
Well, I'm just doing it to you. I
Do you
keep
not?
looking over my shoulder, like looking to see if she's around or anything.
Do you? What do you want me to do when she's there?
Just go look at the fucking Dewey Decimal System.
While you guys talk?
Yeah.
Actually, yeah. I think that's a good idea. Yeah.
Okay. Just put up. Go team.
She was standing behind you guys.
Yep.
I just turned. Hey. Like a little jump and a fucking a hay and a gun.
She shushes you and she says, "It's a library."
Sorry. I put my hand down immediately because like I'm a jackass. I say, look, can we? Is there a place we can talk? I have some questions about books and stuff.
Hi, I'm here.
And she says, "Hi, and she gestures to Karma and she says to you, a friend of yours?"
Yeah, she's
asked,
part of the group.
No. She asks, "Is this your girlfriend?"
No. She's just, part of the group,
I thought you were the girlfriend.
She says, well, we were supposed to talk about that, weren't we?" And she says, "Okay, look, just come on over to the table in the corner. I've been trying to put some of the books away."
Okay, just before we get out of Karma's earshot, I say, have you ever been to the outhouse?
She says,
Ugh.
I don't really get to go out much. My life is mostly just work and my mother.
As I walk away, I say, "Oh my god, just kiss already."
Her expression does not change at all, but she blushes.
I just pretend like Actually, no, you know what? After I see the blush, I kind of look and give her like a little smile. I try not to be creepy.
She looks at you and then she kind of bursts out with a tiny little laugh. It is a library still, but she can't hold back like her smile and her laugh anymore. You're making.
I just give her like a little playful shove, nudge with my shoulder, like shucks, sort of.
Do a PSD mask.
And I'm gonna go to, I guess, to the librarian and ask for a private room, like a private study room.
I think, geez, that's a good idea.
Yeah, they actually do have those, don't they? She is the librarian at the front desk at the moment. So, like, when you do go to the front desk, there's no one there, and you're down on the nameplate says it's her name, Angela. But she does. Alright, yeah, do the PSD mask.
I'm trying, but I'm not having much luck.
Oh, I think there was a thing with your sheet. What has happened with your sheet, Hector, is that I noticed you have the basic moves put in there, but what you should do is not use those and just click on the roll buttons next to the labels. The reason being is that the roll buttons next to the labels, they take your conditions into account.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Right. So, PSD mask is mundane. You see underneath mundane in brackets, you see where it says PSD mask and comforter support?
Right.
No, on the left.
So, hit the button beside move the mask in active move.
No, not the move. Don't use the moves. Use the labels.
Okay. Use the label.
Yeah. So on the left, you see where there's the labels: freak, danger, savior, superior, mundane. Right. So mundane is what you click for PSD mask. Right. So you don't have any conditions now, but like if you had a condition that affected PSD mask, like for instance, angry. Angry gives you a -2 to PSD mask. So the roll on the left takes that into account.
It does take it into account. Active moves doesn't take it into account.
Active move doesn't take it into account because those moves are supposed to be for your, not for the basic moves. Those are supposed to be for your playbook moves, which are
Oh,
different.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, so that would be like been reading the files or alien tech, because been reading files and alien tech don't depend on your conditions, but the basic moves
Right.
do.
Okay.
All right, so you're good. You get a 7, which face mask allows you to ask one. Is there anyone you have in mind while I tell you what's on her mind? So, like with a 7, I can outright tell you that she does like you.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, she does actually really like you. She was telling the truth about her time, in the sense that looking after her grandmother is taking up so much of her time that she hasn't been out on a date in a long while. She has not been looking for a date. So with most guys who hit on her, because she is pretty good looking, you have good taste. She she just kind of doesn't pay them any attention, because she knows that it's not gonna go anywhere. She is going to be that person who you talk to on WhatsApp all the time but never see in real life. And she's not even going to be available. She's emotionally unavailable because of the fact that she's just, all of herself is kind of tied up in, looking after her grandmother. And she's doing the best she can. But despite all that, you have been kind of getting through to her. And you're beginning to see signs of that. Because as you recall, the last time you saw her, she was pretty expressionless.
Okay. I say, hey, Emily, it's good to see you again. Actually, I've been thinking a lot about you. First things first, I got to get down to business. I'm looking for maps of the subways, like the old abandoned subways. Paper maps, if you've got them, or if you know where I can find them.
She says, maps. And she stops, and she puts her hand on your arm, and she calls to Karma, and she says, "Oh, maps are on the floor above. There's some reading rooms up there. The subway, you said?"
Yeah, I think that's what we wanted, right? Right, Karma?
Right.
She says, room 2C. And she leads you guys up a flight of stairs to one of the reading rooms on the second floor. And there's some maps there already. And she goes out for a little while to get some more for you. She's gonna be back really quick. But
No,
yeah.
I think I should take it. You guys stay in the room.
She says, but I need to get the other maps for you.
No, it's okay. I can get it myself. I'm able.
She's so smart.
She says, oh, okay. It's you know the Dewey Decimal, right? It's She gives you the 4-digit number, and she says,
Yeah, I think I went to high school with him.
Yeah.
Can I just come back and hear you talk about Dewey Decimal? Good
Yeah.
Lord. I know nobody besides you, me, or Mike know what you're talking about.
Alright, do you know what that is? Penguin, do you know what that is?
Nope. I do not.
Really? Okay, nobody tell them anything.
Dewey Decimal's been gone since probably
No way, really?
No, it's
yeah, Dewey Decimal's gone.
What do they use in the library then?
Letters.
Technically,
Letters.
inside the librarians still use something akin to the Dewey Decimal System.
Right.
But as far as you going to the library yourself and finding a book with it, you can't do that in the States anymore.
Oh, I think we can still do it in Canada, but that also might explain why I can't ever find any books in the library.
Okay. So here's how that's gonna play out. She's going to give Karma the Dewey Decimal address, and Karma's just gonna have this blank look on her face, and she's just Angela's just gonna sigh, and it's like second
I say, don't you have
floor.
like a locate
Yeah.
object spell or something?
She just like second floor, take the third shelf on your left, down to the
I
end.
lost the love bargain.
Yeah,
Alright.
she gives you like detailed instructions because she suddenly thinks like, oh god, not again. so Karma is going off to find the maps,
Kiss already.
and she turns back to
Okay,
you.
so
Yeah, so she turns back.
I say, I look at her right in the eyes, and I say, wow, I mean, the way you took control of that situation was just incredibly, I don't even have the words for it. Sexy, I guess, would be the best word for it. And then I kind of look down shyly.
Wow.
She for a moment you see a little bit of fear in her eyes. No, but she's not afraid of you. She's afraid for you. And she says to you, how has everything been going with you?
Well, I mean, do you really want to know? Because it's kind of crazy.
She says, yes, Hector. Is that your actual name or?
Yeah, I mean, it's probably better that we keep some things separate until maybe the second date. I don't want you to get wrapped up in any of the crazy shit that is probably going to end up happening. Look, I'm going to actually be going and risking my life to save my father who's been captured by these crazy fucking demon things. And I'm not usually this forward, but like you're just so incredibly pretty, and you're such an amazing person. Before we do that, if there's any time, I would love if you could just get away and we'll go to the outhouse and just grab dinner or something like that.
That sounded so bad for a second.
I mean, I know you're busy and everything, and I'm real busy too, but I think there's really something here, and I think that I think we'll be pretty upset if we let this pass us by. Because I'm feeling sparks, baby.
So you realize you said outhouse, right?
Sorry, say that again?
You realize you said outhouse, right?
Yeah, that's going to be what I say from now on.
Just checking. So this is a perfect.
Like as in the outhouse is actually the name of a steakhouse.
Okay.
Instead of the Outback. Yeah. Or I could just be fucking it up, and that's endearing.
I think the second one, because she for a moment she's horrified, and you can see her do the math in her head, trying. You know when you see someone type gibberish, and then you look down at the keyboard to see if any letters nearby those letters would have made sense. She's doing that in her head, and then she nods and she says, "Oh, steakhouse." So
and I just kind of burst out laughing like it's the funniest thing ever. I said, "Sorry, that was from a different conversation."
On your shoulder, and she says, "Hector, library."
Oh, sorry. And I put my hand on her hand. I said, "Look, sorry, baby. So what do you say? Do you want to get out of here?"
Roll. This is provoke someone, so you're going to make a roll for that. And see.
Do I have a bonus? Do I have a situational bonus or penalty?
Absolutely none. It's love, baby. It's not.
Okay.
It's not always pretty. Oh my god!
Can I just pull it out?
God damn it.
I mean, you ain't rolled that high.
Pulling it out would
I
give
rolled
you a
pretty high. What
situational
is it?
penalty.
It's a 2 dice 6. The max you can get is 12. I think that's pretty good.
Holy shit. Oh my god. Alright, so you see the modifier there was 3? Let me look at your sheet. Right, so you see how the modifier for that roll. You see it was 3? That's because of your superior.
Right. So if I rolled it on the other one, then I wouldn't get that +3?
Exactly.
What you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you could take off the basic moves from your active moves there. You could do that when you have the time. Alright, so
Okay.
let's do a little housekeeping here while I try to wrap my head around this. Please be gentle. For NPCs on a 10 plus, they rise to the bait and do what you want. So yes, that is happening. That is now a thing. Right. Okay. Yes. So that you're good. You have your date. So thematically, what is this going to look like? Is you realize that when she give you that light little slap on the elbow to warn you, well, it's a library. You realize that she had not taken her hand away. Now
Okay, I looked at it. Is she like in like have those sexy librarian glasses and like the hair up in the bun with like a pencil through it and stuff like that?
Oh,
I'm gonna get coffee.
I have the perfect picture for that. I'm gonna show you what she looks like in librarian form.
Okay.
Come on, give me the one I want. Yeah, this is it. This is it.
So I guess, yeah, I say so. You think you can make time for me?
She leans in closer and her voice gets softer and she says, you know, I'm not as available as other. I don't have no idea how a woman would say this. I really wish you had failed that road, honestly. Yeah, that's it.
She never had a chance.
She says, look, you know, things are a little rough, you know, with me and my home situation right now. You know that, right?
Okay, I understand that. How about let's try to make an compromise.
She says, she stops you from speaking because she kind of senses you're going to go on another ramble. So she puts her other hand, she puts her finger to your lips, and she says, one date. That's all I can promise you.
Look, like I said, I understand you can't be emotionally available, and it's really kind of hard for me to as well with all the, you know, extracurricular shit that I'm into. So I mean, we don't have to be there for each other emotionally. We can just kind of be there physically for each other. And I like kind of take her hand and give her a little kiss on the cheek.
She taps you again lightly, and she says, but this time she says it in a kind of a sexy voice. She says, library.
I don't mean here. I pull back and I look scandalized just to make her laugh. I said, I don't mean here.
You guys realize that Karma is at the door.
That's all right. She could watch.
She straightens up. She takes a step back and back into librarian mode, and she says, anyway, okay, yes, we're going on a date. Just promise me you won't get yourself in trouble. These maps you're looking at.
I say I can never promise that, and I kind of lightly take her hand and start walking away, so that I kind of pull the hand out and slowly let them, slide away from each other.
Hey, Mike.
And then
So hey,
I turn,
Onyx.
I,
Yes. Sorry. Go ahead. Finish.
I turn to Karma with a big shit-eating grin on my face, and I say, "Let's go."
Oh,
Did you guys actually get the map?
you
This
guys
guy
are.
is ready to leave without and she's like, "You can't take the maps with you. You have to
Wait.
leave them here. They're
Shit.
not for general circulation."
So, can we photocopy them?
She says, "Yeah." She says, "Which ones are you interested in?"
What did you find, Karma?
I don't
Well-
know. I was just on my way back.
Oh, you didn't find any at all?
Well, I just took what I can.
She says,
Oh, I see.
these subway systems have been changed and upgraded, and all the new maps are up on the civil websites. In any case, these
So,
maps
well,
are really old.
can we look through them right now and with you with us, and maybe you can help us out, and we can find something similar to what we're looking for, or
Karma,
what we're looking for, or a space big enough to hold what we're looking for, which I still don't recall what that. I'll know it when I see it.
you see a light in her eyes. It's like she's connected some dots. Karma, do you want to assess the situation? This is in regard to the maps. That was yours there, Karma, the 11?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I didn't hear the boop thing, so like I got confused there for a moment. Alright, yeah, so full hip, you do find the maps that you're looking for, because there was a section for help me out. What's the word for something that has been decommissioned, like the Concorde? Not redacted. There's a word they use for it for documents.
Documents?
Yeah. So anyway, you find it in the maps that have been basically like there's a stamp on it that says no longer accurate.
Okay.
Yeah. Out of date or something.
No. Oh, okay.
Yeah. So you do find the maps you need, and when she looks at it, the maps that you have in your hand. Oh, and I think you'll get to ask some questions as well about the maps if you want. So look at that. You can do that in just 1 second. She looks at it and she says, "Are you guys going down to the old section?"
Yeah. I should be. Is this something we want to?
She's looking.
Would it be dangerous for her to know? I asked. Karma.
She's looking scared again. Scared for you. Karma. What questions do you have in mind, or like what in general do you want to know about the maps? Let me see if I can fill in some gaps, and let me see if she can fill in some gaps for you.
I want to see the new version first.
All right, so that's not a problem to get. You can access that any number of ways. So the new versions, you are able to compare the new versions and the old versions, and that lets you know what part of the old version has been cordoned off. As no longer.
I want to
active.
layer it and then make a new map.
Yeah, no problem at all. So she does help you do that, and she's looking at the result when it comes out of the printer, and yeah, Hector is near her as usual, and she turns to Hector and says, "Is this where you guys are going?" And she's kind of scolding, you know.
I think, I don't know. I'm kind of watching you guys work. You're the brains of the operation.
She says, "There's been some pretty disturbing things happening in this area recently."
For example,
how do you know that?
She says, I'm a librarian. We collect newspapers.
Oh, okay.
She says there's been a lot of villains and creatures coming out of the underground recently. Just yesterday there was a big thing down at the city hall. One of them came out in the middle of the street.
Is that where we were? Were we just at City Hall?
Yesterday when you guys fought the thing and you got crushed by a bus, yes, she's talking about that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we took care of that, though.
They took care of that.
Well, Cameron was on an important mission elsewhere.
She she puts her hand on the side of your face just lightly and then pulls it away again. She says, "This is what I've been talking about. You have to be careful. It's we get some creatures and some monsters coming up from time to time. I mean, it's that kind of city. But recently, something's been happening. They've been
Can I roll an insight check?
that would be PSD mask or assess the
Don't be
situation.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Ah, shit.
What were you looking for in particular?
If she's acting or not.
No, in fact, you can actually like a quick Facebook search or a quick Google search. Like what does Google have now? Google, it used to be Google News. I don't know if they changed it.
No, as in like putting up a facade that she's scared or whatever.
Oh, no, she's genuinely scared
Because okay,
because it's the same fear that Hector saw just a short while earlier. So like it's not different. Um, Hector, you are the first person in a long time that she doesn't want to die. That's your progress. For
Shit.
today.
I said, okay. Look, I understand that, but I have a job to do, and I have to save my father, and that's just part of it. I
And
mean,
she says, just be careful. They're saying that the behavior is off. Saying that there's something wrong with the things that are coming out of there.
say, okay, well, thank you for the heads up, and don't worry. I do this kind of shit all the time. I try not to be such a fucking jerk off when I say it to her, though.
And she just shakes her head like, all right. So we are going to go back to Trent, and then some things are gonna happen. So 5
Can
minutes.
I just give them the little communicator thing and say we got the maps and we should meet up somewhere?
Yeah, you will be able to get soldiers through text because that particular room is pretty heavy shielded. So I'll say like
wait.
voices are spotty.
Question. So soldiers called us, right? So we were able to hear everything that they talked about.
Yeah.
Yes.
When you went into the room and the vault doors were shut, voice you were hearing like some stuff in between. You will get the gist of it. I won't take that away from you. But in terms of having meaningful voice communication, I'll say that at this point in time, with the shield up and with the doors closed and being in that particular room, I'll say voice is breaking up to the point where you guys will probably just text. It's mostly just a cinematic change, that's all.
Can I track them?
Yes, you can.
Okay, we just go to them then.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
Yeah. Well, actually, we will pause on you guys in the library and come back to Trent. So
Okay.
yeah. So it's just
Well, yeah, we're in transit.
yeah. Well, not as yet. Just in case. Just hold on. Just give me like 2 minutes. Quick bio break. Okay.
Did we lose sound?
Nope. We're just being quiet.
I used to lose the quiet game.
Yep.
I'm still here.
Zed, you won the quiet game. So, guys, I don't know if all you guys are familiar with the movie Seven or not, but when the Paltrow had a Halloween costume. Yeah.
I was the one who referenced it.
Okay, cool. What if Paltrow did a costume where she put her head in a box?
Oh, really?
Yeah, she just did it this year. Gwyneth Paltrow did a costume where she put her head in a box. I was like, okay, that's cool.
Oh, that's the librarian there. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. What was the stadium for again?
When you rolled a 13 on hitting on her, yeah.
Okay.
He linked the stadium.
Because you scored. So the crowd went wild for you.
And that's awesome. So is Darren still there?
No, he went to the bathroom.
Oh, okay, cool. I wonder what we missed.
Yeah.
Well, Zed, you could talk now. You won the quiet game.
Okay. Oh, boy.
Now, side talk. Now you officially won the quiet game, Zen.
Okay, back. Right. On Wednesday, I was in a mass game and had a really nice moment with another character who's a girl who's played by an actual girl, really cute person, and got a good move on and good roll of dice, and it was really romantic and everything. That still doesn't compare to this. I was really worried about where
I thought you walked away to go to a special guest star.
Yeah, I was really worried about where Ekta was gonna take me there on that roleplay.
You have no idea how many times I was tempted to have like either one of my female friends or my mom read out a female part, but then decided that they just understand exactly how nerdy it was, saying I'm not getting involved in anything that nerdy and walk away.
If you had said something, Mike, like if you had wanted to, I would have let you roleplay what's her name? Okay.
No, I gotta save some of my female voices for an upcoming adventure.
Yeah. All right.
Wait,
So
did I just give away a clue?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
So did I just give away spoilers?
Yep. You're not very good at this. It's okay though.
All right. So let's go. We're going to go to Trent, and then I'm gonna see how best I can get as much done before 10, because we usually cut at 10 to make it easy on Mike M. Right, Trent, give me an assess the situation.
Assess the situation.
A little late for that, but
Nope. Oh dear.
How is it possible to get a 1?
I have a -2, that's how.
Oh shit, man. So
I get potential though, and that maxes out my tracker.
yeah, just a quick reminder to everyone else who has failed tonight, you get potential. Trent, you get
potential.
Yeah. Trent, you get a condition, and your condition is going to be afraid.
I wanted to take angry though.
That actually could work.
He didn't do what I wanted him to. I'm gonna cross my arms.
Oh. Trent being angry is like Officer Doubles. Okay. So make sure you mark your thing. I don't think I missed anything with Karma. Karma, you have your potential. I don't think that roll just now was condition worthy, so you're fine. Right, so back to you, Trent. So you're in a dome, pretty sealed in, and you're standing. There's no furniture. The inside of the dome is clear. This entity is standing about, let's say, 6 feet away from you. And you guys are like, you're on one side of the middle, and he's on the other side of the middle. And he's just looking at you. And you can hear him breathing. He has a kind of a raspy, kind of a sounds it sounds kind of rustly, but it also sounds kind of liquid. At this particular moment, Trent, you are in your human form. You don't have bark, you have skin. You have teeth, you have eyes. You are normal.
Well, shit.
Do you say anything to him?
I say, well, shit.
He coughs. And coughs again. And then he says, right back
You should
at
really
you, buddy.
get that checked out, man.
He looks around and he says, so, here we are then. And he's looking at Dome and he's looking at you and he says, you know, I really didn't get a good look at you that night.
Is that supposed to be an apology?
He sneers and he says, apology. I was dying.
Oh, so how about a thank you, at the very least?
He says, thank you. We came here to kill you and all your kind. You should be thanking me for being alive.
Go on.
So he looks around. You see him kind of shift to the left. You realize that he looks like an actual tree. Nightmare looks like a shadow of something really sharp that just happens to be laid out in the form of branches and maybe roots. But he looks like an actual tree. But as he walks, you realize that he does have feet, and he isn't rooted to the ground like you both were. You broke free, and he broke free from the ground, but you're still contained in here. And he limps across, and you could see him looking at the dome, and the limp is really bad, and he's holding his side. And he says, well, I guess I got some bright ideas after seeing so much of what we used to do. And
So what's wrong with you then? And Trent still has his arms folded.
he looks at you and he says, I went against the others. One of them didn't take it too well when I killed his minions that were supposed to come through and, you know, kill you guys. And he kind of snorts and he says, "What? The lieutenants of what you think is hell come through, and you really think that you and your little group would have been able to stop the full force of us?"
No, I think we're not done yet. And right now, you're the one who's fucking up. We could be out of here by now.
He says, "Look, all I want is to be away from all this. You seem to have some ideas about getting mixed up in this again, and I don't think I can take another episode of having to save your ass again." He's gonna tell you, "You have to come to grips, little kid. Your world is not just in danger. It's written off and you guys don't know it yet. And you think you can stand up to that? You're gonna have to do a lot better." He's going to try to, same thing with Mike, same thing with Onyx. He's going to drop your mundane and raise your danger. I think with Onyx it was his savior. But in your case, he's not worried about savior. This is a bad guy, basically.
Rejected.
Cool. So what are the choices you get there?
Do I get choices for rejecting?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
That gets me every time.
Right. So
Choose one.
mhm.
Give them -2 on a move they just made after the roll. I don't understand how that works. No, that's influence. Where is rejecting it?
Should be right under that.
Like 10 meters away.
And there it is. Okay.
Yeah, second from bottom.
Clear condition. Shift my own labels. Gain 4. I don't need to do anything to my label.
The juiciest option is always one that gives you free potential. So if you don't see anything else that you want to do, a lot of people just go with potential.
I'm gonna gain +1 forward.
Against
Because I already filled my tracker and I don't want to think about it.
Do you see anything to him?
Fred's just shaking his head. So you think you have a choice in this, huh? The way I see it, you need me or you're stuck here. You're not getting out of this without me. So this time, I'm gonna save your ass, and you're gonna give me what I want. How about that?
His mouth is open.
You are posturing. You're the one who's crippled.
His mouth is open, and like he goes to say something to you, and then it's another coughing fit, and like you can see him coughing up some things, but it's the clear liquid that it's like tree sap, and he's just in shock because he really didn't think that you could do that you would do that, and he says, "You crazy son of a bitch, you would really go back there?"
I'm a level with you. We already got 2 of them, right? There's 1 left. We're almost done. Why would we stop now?
He says, and in his mind, just do a PSD mask for me, just to see like how much of this you can see. But to be honest, I'm pretty probably just gonna mark potential.
I do have forward though, so I could get that to a 6 and pass.
A 7 is pass, but I'll give you it.
Oh, is it? Damn it.
Yeah, but I will give you it as a pass. I'll consider it to be a +2 forward because you did just reject his influence, and this is the result of that.
Oh. Do I have? No, I don't have influence over him. I have influence over Nightmare.
Yeah. Right. So So what you are going to see is that he is between a rock and a hard place. So it's his responses are slow because the way he sees it, he has no option, and you have just basically said out loud that he has no option. So he knows you have caught him, and so he's just going to what you're going to see from him right now is just going to be honesty, just pure honesty from him. He's not going to be trying to shift your labels or to tell you anything or anything like that. You're just going to hear exactly what he has been thinking and what his decision is going to be, which of course is going to be what you want. He's going to say, I thought so too. And look at me now. I hope you know what you're doing, kid. Because you're right. I am gonna die here if I just stay in this place. So fine, you got me by the short hairs, and you're saying that that's the way we gotta go. Then that's the way we'll go. But just you know that if you screw up, you're gonna lose a lot more than just that shiny skin of yours.
That's fine. I don't plan on screwing up.
So what he's going to do, he coughs, stares at you, and then he coughs again, and you realize that the coughing fit is worsening. And he lurches towards you, stumbling a little bit, and he reaches out, and for just for a split second, you're not sure if he's reaching for your neck, but instead he reaches for your hand and grasps it in like a firm handshake, and you see his form start to separate, and so instead of a tree, it's now vines, and vines come in from the dome, and all of those vines feed into you, and the dome is like broken apart as the vines move out like snakes out of the dome and into you, and you are now swirling in the center of a swirling mass of vines, and the vines are going to dissipate and pull into you, and I want you to describe for me now that you have control over this thing, you are still going to be the transformer. All right, Ben. So you can't look normal anymore, but you have a chance now to tell me if your appearance has gotten any more badass.
It looks like as if the cords of his muscle were instead vines, and he doesn't have so much skin anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just wrapped up in the form of his body.
Excellent. And what about you? Do you have like a replacement for hair or anything else?
Just bark, no hair.
You are like you are looking like the colossal titan from Attack on Titan, the one that's muscle.
Yep.
Excellent.
Only vines.
Right.
His facial features should be made out of vegetables.
No, this is
Brussels sprouts.
I think what would happen is that you would start chomping on Brussels sprouts the way gangsters chomp on cigars.
They're nasty, probably not good for you, but you do it anyway.
Yeah. So, you guys, soldiers.
Yo.
You were just sitting or standing. The girl. Oh, crap. Names. Freaking hell. The girl is Selfie. You are soldiers. Right. So Selfie was just like sitting on the floor, and she was just waiting.
Wait, time out 1 second. Time out 1 second. Because I just realized this music was playing while Ben was taking control of his full form.
Yeah.
Music was playing. Oh, yep, there we go. That's definitely it.
All right, carry on.
I didn't hear music. Oh man, you have to share that. I have to listen to that
I
afterwards.
think it's there. It's on Discord, along with the picture of India, which I know you're keeping for your collection.
Thanks, man. That's damn awesome. I didn't notice it because I have my music turned down. I forgot to like keep it audible.
Oh no! I just put it on Discord. You would have to push play on it. It's fine. You didn't miss anything.
All right, cool. Okay. Yeah. So I was just like wondering, like, while the dome was up and after you guys had the talk, you and the girl, she's just like, but woman. She's not a girl. She's a little bit older. She's just sitting on the floor. Would you have like been standing at attention, or would you have sat down next to her, or something? Just a question because I want to know how to set the scene for when this happens. So like, would you have been standing? Or
Okay.
would you have been standing or sitting?
I am standing with my fist into the ground because I'm really dealing with this idea that I might not be able to save people, and my real responsibility might be stuck under some fucking sewer watching a hole.
Mm-hmm. I like that. That's pretty good description. I like that. So you are tense and she is just relaxed, and all of a sudden you see her jump to action. She jumps forward, and she's in full battle gear. Like she has the ability to change into battle gear in an instant. Like acolytes and initiates would have to like do like an initiate would need help to get into battle gear. An acolyte would have to do an incantation or something. The vanguards have things that items that make them able to do it quickly, which is what your assistant has, Karma. She has the broom that turns into the lance, that kind of thing. She, however, she's at the top of the order. She at a moment's notice, she's ready and sword and shield, and she says to you, stay back, be ready. And you see the mass, the dome turn into a mass of vines, and it's like watching a whirlpool made out of foliage instead of water. And all of a sudden there's just like leaves flying in the air, like when like when an anime character charges his power, you know. And
Yeah, it was just literally the song I just played, by the way.
excellent. And for a moment you can't see through it, and then all the leaves fall to the floor, and you see Trent standing there in his new form.
Arms still folded, facing that acolyte.
Yeah. Well, she's the superior. She's the one in charge.
Oh, wow, Trent. Looks like you just got yourself a whole lot more powerful. Well, I don't know about the blonde hair, but you look great.
So I am so sorry. I got a little confused there. Is that soldiers?
Yeah, sorry, I just decided to say it like Krillin. I apologize for
Oh,
rolling
oh shit! Sorry for stopping your rule there, man. Yeah. So the superior. I call her the superior because of nun. You know, nuns have a mother superior. So I was making that kind of connection. The superior puts her arms down, arms as in weapons. She puts her weapons down and she walks towards because the only thing remaining now is the lilac dome
Is
that
her
she
dome.
has put up. Yeah, she puts it up and she puts her hand on it, and she says to you, and this you would remember that this is the same exact thing that Karma's assistant said. She says to you, "Who are you?" Only she says it in a much kinder way. Did I cut out?
She says, "What now?"
She says, "Who are you?" But she says it in a kinder way than Karma's assistant said it to you earlier, last session.
He's slowly gonna walk to the edge or the barrier that she set up. And he's gonna say, "I am Trent." And I said no. And he's gonna try to push out of it.
He's not gonna have any problems at all doing that because when you say that you are Trent, she nods, and the shield comes down, and she is no longer in armor. And you look at her, and she's just this ordinary pencil pusher administrator again, and she says, "It's very nice to meet you, Trent. I'm glad I finally could."
Hey, buddy, how you feeling? Look good, bro.
I'm feeling in control. Thank you very much. Still looking at the superior.
I like it. You want a mirror, bro? Hold on, let me see if I can reflect this light just right so you can get a look at yourself. I mean, you look like yourself on fire, but you're able to see.
The you guys can continue to talk. The doors open. The doors to the vault open, and she doesn't move. She doesn't lead you anywhere. The door is open, and she is smiling, and she just kind of steps back because she realizes that two of you are talking, and she doesn't interrupt, but she just watches you guys.
Well, Trent,
Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
if you learn any new tricks, in case these guys try to not listen to us again.
No new tricks, but definitely control over the sandbag.
I got you. Well, listen, if these lovely young ladies are kind enough to let us leave, we don't have to whoop their ass. But if you're in an ass whipping mood, I'm not going to stop you.
She laughs, and it's a really attractive laugh. I mean, I know everybody here would have their version of what an attractive laugh is, but like, it's it's cute, and she's just like she's really delighted to see something amusing, and she says,
Oh, there's some more joy in it. I got you.
yeah, she says, you guys can head on out. You know the way, right? We have never been your enemies, and we never will. And one day, we're gonna be there when you need us. Soldiers, she gives you a necklace. It's kind of ornate. It's French medieval style, and there's a gem in the center of it that is. You know what an opal is?
Yeah.
All right. So you know that they are black opals.
Okay.
Right, so an opal is white with color inside of it. There's something called a black opal, which is black with color inside of it, and it's really valuable because it's very rare and it's gorgeous. It looks like there's live fire inside of it. Inside of the black opal, there's the you can see like the God, whatchamacallit, pearlescent effect.
Yeah, I'm looking at one right now.
Yeah, the pearlescent effect dancing inside of there. And she says, this will protect you. Or at least it will help. We can't tell you what to do. But I can at least tell you to be careful. And that goes for both of you. And she gestures with her hand that the way out is clear. So you guys are free and clear to go wherever you want.
That's a regular.
Hey, Trent, I shouldn't call her out on the technicality, should I?
What technicality? I was looking at
like, it's like she said she can't tell us what to do, but then she's supposed to be careful, which is technically, I don't know, am I being an ass?
No, you can try it, because you, as I said, I have no, this is one of the reels, this is the second to last reel that I had planned for this game. After this, I'm just basically going to see what you guys do with this world, because we have spent this is the 6th session, and we have spent these 6 sessions building this world and putting background to it. And now you guys have a place with things happening that you can interact with and make moves on and do your own thing. And that's, as a GM, that's really fulfilling to me. So I really we'll support you in whatever you want to do with that.
Trent's just gonna look the soldiers. They can tell us what to do. We just don't have to do it.
That's my dog.
Excellent. So both of you guys, in your character sheet underneath influence, I just want both of you to mark +1 forward, not being careful. That will be an easy way for me to remember that you both get +1 forward out of this experience. Now, what +1 forward does, if you look at the in the journal, you'll see there's a bit. The last one has something on it. The next relevant move you make regarding for Trent, it will be the next relevant move you make in terms of unleashing your powers or just using your new abilities. The next move you make like that, you get +1 to that. For soldiers, if you go into danger or like go into a dangerous situation that is not directly connected to the people of your neighborhood, like you go beyond your neighborhood, just be in the neighborhood guard dog, and you actually like do something outside of that, and you go into danger and you engage and you protect people, that you get +1 forward to the next role you make in that spirit.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do.
Wait, go ahead.
I know what I'm going to do for my advancement. Somebody permanently loses influence over you, and that's going to be Tress, and I'm going to add +1 to it.
Yes. Oh, okay. Because
So
you had not.
Tress can never have influence over me.
Actually, to be completely honest with you, based on the role play just now there, and based on what happened in that dome, I would give you that for free. I think you earned that. Because I mean, that's literally what happened. It's like Tress just said, "Well, just don't kill me." So I think you are allowed to take any of the others if you want. So you can probably still mark your potential. And I think that's fair.
Wait, I was trying to say that I don't use my danger to directly engage.
You don't, but I will still give you the +1.
But that's not okay. Never mind. That's not actually giving me anything, right?
What has happened is that when you do your move, you are still using the move directly engage. You may not use danger, but it is still directly engage. So if you get a bonus for directly engage, I have no problem giving you whatever bonuses you have earned.
Okay, I see. So I'll still use my bonus with my directly engage if I still use my savior for it. All right, cool.
Yeah, so just remind me when you're using it and so on, so that because you know GM had to keep track of stuff, and plus I'm kind of fickle-minded sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. So what was the idea was that we would go back to the library. However, given the time, I think that this would be a good place to end, unless you guys have more time. But I think that this was a good session. So what do you guys think? Should we end it?
Yeah, I can't really stay for any more time.
Yeah. The good
Yeah,
news
me
is that
neither.
the good news is that next session you guys are still going to be in the library, because there was a reason why I was telling you guys that you have not left yet. Some stuff is gonna happen there. So, you know, hang in there.
Okay, cool.
Alright, so end of session moves and then we can call it. So let's go Hector, Trent, Soldiers, and then Karma.
I still have to think about it a little bit more.
Alright.
I'll go to the end.
Okay, no problem. Trent?
Closer to the team, Soldiers.
Excellent. So, standard question: does Soldiers have influence over you?
Yep.
All right, Soldiers, you get to either buff his labels or, well, you do whatever you want. Just let us know like what you're doing.
Hey, Trent, would you like your labels back the way they were?
How is that?
I think you lost. Well, you didn't lose any freak. I think you lost what danger and gain.
No.
What?
I rejected that.
Oh, okay. So you're exactly like you always were right now.
Yes. Except I buffed myself with the advancement, so my superior went up. Could do superior up, mundane down.
Take it.
Sweet.
Excellent. And you also get to mark a potential. Don't forget that.
Okay.
Yeah, Trent does because
I'm actually going to say the same exact thing.
Mhm.
I grew closer to Trent,
yeah.
and Trent does have influence over me.
Cool. So Trent gets to return the fever.
So Trent, you could, I don't know if you can see it. So my savior did go down today.
Savior up, and what would come down though?
Yeah.
Let's see. We can put danger down. Yeah.
Okay. That works.
And that brings us to karma.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, on the way to this.
Don't forget soldiers. You also get potential, right?
Oh yeah, I'll mark my potential.
Cool. Karma, you're up.
I don't know.
I think again, this is just my personal opinion. I think you were very, very helpful in keeping Ekta's foot mostly out of his mouth. No, you wouldn't. You kind of gave him the opportunity to sink or swim, is what I would say.
If I can just say, my thought with karma is that we both sort of work together to reach the goal.
Yeah.
I feel like we
We
work
just-
together alone.
Well, yes, but we just did it differently. You know, like we split up, and she was very valuable in some of those situations just by being there.
You see, I agree with Ekta in the sense because of a lot of these sessions so far, like Karma was kind of off doing her thing, and then the rest of the team were off doing their thing. So I think this was one of the few sessions. It is possibly the first session where you had a scene with Karma and Ekta. And even though you weren't physically next to each other, you were still in the scene together and making things happen because you guys got the map, which is extremely important. You have a location now. So I think
And
that
she
you
was
guys
encouraging
yeah.
by not being, all poo poo on everything,
She left. She made sure that she left you alone with the cute girl, which is
Yeah, but even with her not saying anything encouragement, like I said, without poo pooing it or being like kind of a
Yeah.
fucking dick about it, that was that gave me the inspiration to kind of go a little bit more instead of just skipping through all that.
yeah.
So I think that was a huge part in that whole scene.
Yeah, because you didn't have
Right.
to be defensive.
It just kind of worked out real well without too much
Yeah.
too much dialogue, I guess.
Yeah, it did work out well. Your role helped, but your role was possible because Karma gave you the opportunity, and that's one of the major ways that your team helps you. It's not always that they are at your side. Sometimes the best way someone can help you is to give you the space to do something.
Anyway, that's the way I felt that she was part of uh, the team. You know what I mean? Like that.
Yeah.
That's how I don't know if she felt the same or not, but even without her doing a whole lot, it was still a large part of how that came off.
Yeah. You guys are allowed to make suggestions to each other, by the way. I will not like say, no, you can't look at soldiers' sheet. You have to pick two labels at random. No, you guys can talk and do your thing.
I think if that's, I guess I kind of want to go with that then. And it's not going to be getting closer to the team. It would be grow into my own image, I guess.
I kind of like that one because I think that is one of the few times in this game that you get full command over your own labels and you don't have to explain yourself. It's like I want Savior up or I want Freak up. Like I'm the Nova. So what do I? Yeah, the Nova wants. Oh no, Nova. That's a bad example. Nova needs more conditions.
I'm gonna lower Savior and increase Mundane because I supported Ektar.
That's good. Just to be fair, just to let you know, the thing that was supposed to happen next, which will happen next session, is a thing is
Spoilers.
correct. So, so yeah,
Wait,
yeah, you're good. you're okay. You're great. What do you get for that? You get to
great.
shift your
Elaborate
label.
fucking mimic. Way to go, guys.
Explain we see yourself on Y, shift one level up and one down. Right, so you are good. And Hector, you said any fresh thoughts? What will you say?
No, I guess I just jumped in and said all that shit, but I thought it would give Karma a little bit more to go on.
Yeah,
I think grew closer to the team with Karma
cool.
because of all of that.
Excellent. So Hector, you get to mark a potential, and Karma, do you have
I do.
influence over Hector? Well, then you get to shift his labels.
I have -2 on Freak, 0 on Savior, and a 1 on Mundane.
I'll do decrease. Okay, danger down, freak up. Because you were kind of a freak earlier.
I can see that. Yeah.
Okay.
Freak is the label you want when you unleash your powers. Freak is what you use to unleash your powers. Danger is what you use to directly engage a threat. This is different for the Legacy who uses Savior. Is it Mike? Onyx?
Yeah.
Alright. So everybody has their particular label that kind of does them well, that gives them a sweet spot. For Onyx, it's Savior. For each of you, you have to look at your sheet and look at your moves and see which one of the labels you use the most.
Mine is Superior.
Right. So for you now, you will be looking at ways to keep your Superior up and,
Right.
stuff.
And they can't ever go above 3, is that right? Okay.
Yeah, correct.
So even like one of my when I level or get my full potential, one of the things is raise one of your labels by 2. Does that mean I can't do Superior because it's already 3?
What I would allow you to do with that is that if you choose that advancement, you can hold on to it, and then at any time at all during gameplay, if your Superior drops by 2, you can say, well, you're taking that advancement now and raise it back up by the 2.
Okay, I already unlocked my
Moment of truth? Yeah.
Big move there.
Yeah,
Moment of truth.
yeah, anytime you have a chance, if you want to like chat a little bit like what the different things you can do with that, that's I would look forward to that because it's a very powerful move. As you see for yourself, there's no rules involved at all. It's entirely up to the story and like what would be the most amazing thing that could happen in this storyline? Like what would be the point in the movie where everybody in the audience just jumps up and cheers and kisses their girlfriend, that kind of thing?
Yeah, I've got something pretty special in mind.
Right, cool. So you can plan that out, and I am going to support you in that with the narrative as best as I could. So I think that covers everyone, and I think that that will be the end of our session now. Some meta information for you guys. I mentioned that Trent's thing was the second to last reel. The last reel was the library with Ekta and his new girlfriend. Because yeah, we could just probably just save some time and go ahead and call it that. Except for one little part, which, as I said, we ran out of time, so I did not get to do. Because what I had in mind was that there would be something going on in the library, and there would be something going on in the bunker at the same exact time to kind of stress you guys out. But it's okay that it worked out this way, and I think that next time, what I would suggest for you guys in the bunker, you guys should probably try and meet up with the group because next session is going to be somewhat more combat heavy because we have some catching up to do in that field. So I'm going to try to do my best to make that as exciting for you guys as I can. Other than that, as I said, I'm not going to be making any plans for next session. I'm just basically going to go on what the lore, L-O-R-E, what the lore we have established so far has set up. So from now on, this is our sandbox. And just a by the side question, is there anything that I set up in terms of backstory or background that you guys that doesn't really work with what you have in mind or anything like that? Anything we need to kind of adjust before we go ahead into free space?
I would just say, let's not set into stone that my great grandfather is absolutely dead and absolutely has all of his powers gone.
That is so easy to do because all I have to do is let you know that this superior, she would be honestly saying that he's dead because that's as far as she knows.
Right,
Right,
that's
that's
true.
full of shit.
Well, she doesn't even need to be full of shit. All she needs to do is think that she won. I don't need him to be back, but it seems like a useful villain for other adventures if we so need. Especially, with Karma's uncle, my great grandfather,
Yeah.
well, a bunch of old bastards out there
Yeah.
that
The reason
want to
why
do evil stuff.
Yeah, the reason why I didn't do much with Karma's uncle is because his part of it was kind of tied up in one of the guys we lost. The light that was supposed to be our character playing the bull. Yeah, he was part of the cult as well. So I kind of had him pegged as being involved with the bull first and then being drawn into the rest of you guys. And that didn't pan out.
Yeah, I think that's why I stay away at all times. I tried that a long time ago of tying up backstories and creating things and sitting here and writing a bunch of stuff for people.
Yeah.
And then people disappear or leave or whatever. And then you're just like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's frustrating as fuck.
But it's not a bad thing because it made me focus on you guys and it made me kind of excited to see how was the best way I could put four of you all together.
No, I mean, it finally worked out. I mean, and well, let's be very real. 6 is a very high number for a role playing game. Like 6 is just a high number.
Well,
like it or not, you can do 6, but you're definitely making your job more difficult when you decide to go that route.
Well,
there's a lot of downtime.
For masks in particular, 6 is kind of the optimal number because of the team dynamics. Because what we're gonna is that you'll have like shifting allegiances, shifting confidences. Sometimes you will have sections where people who were the closest kind of grow apart, and people who are apart kind of grow together. And there's this shifting dynamic, and it's a lot easier to see that and to have fun with that if there's more people, which is why soap operas have such a wide cast and why they keep bringing in new people. Because the idea of masks is that yes, you are a team, yes, you are cohesive, but just as with any group, there will be arguments, there will be disagreements, there may even be fist fights sometimes. But it's kind of hard to see that in a very small group, because in a small group, something like that happens, and it just the group is too small to kind of come back from that right away.
Can I put a hold on building the glider and put a rush on building the portal gun? And if you look on Discord, I've put up something that I'm imagining. It's not a dimensional portal gun, it's just more a teleporting portal gun. And it kind of works like Spot, the Spider-Man villain.
Oh right, I saw that picture that you put up. I like that idea, by the way. That's
Yeah.
one of that's
But with,
yeah. Karma, when you made it doomed and you chose burning bright, I asked you a couple times if you wanted to change it, because personally for me, I find portal to be the most useful doom sign you can ever have. That ability to just appear anywhere, that is invaluable. But I realize now that you thought you were going to die if you use it, which is not the case, not immediately. So sorry for
she just shows up. She just shows up as a dead body.
No, she has the ability to appear in any scene with anyone she wants. All she has to do is just mark a doom track. She doesn't even have to roll
that's
for it.
good.
Your portal gun, I think it's about time I gave you that, because I've been kind of dancing around that with you because I wasn't sure how it would fit. But
yeah, I know. But yeah. I'm not doing dimensional portals. I'm just kind of doing teleporting portals. And I want to use my moment of truth, and I want to make it so that it's not a one-off. I want to make it so that it's a permanent thing.
Oh, so your moment of truth, part of your moment of truth is where you're going to introduce the gun? That's what you want to do?
It said that I'm able to do anything that my mentor can do and anything he can't do. So I'm going to try to pull a miracle, and instead of making my alien tech a one-off, I'm going to make it like a permanent power or something that works repeatedly, kind of like Rick's portal gun.
Okay, no problem at all. But so just some standard questions for you. What will be the limitations of the gun? Are we talking just teleportation in this world? Because that's kind of what I wanted to stay as, because I have nothing prepared for you guys going to hell. I really don't.
No. It's not a dimensional thing. It's just kind of like opening one thing and it'll be on the other end. That's not right. It's just like opening a hole and being able to reach through it or walk through it and be somewhere else. You know what I mean by that?
Yeah.
It's like a portal.
Yeah. I'm with you there.
Yeah. Oh, the character Spot from Spider-Man. There's one guy.
Yeah.
The X-Men used to have this Aboriginal guy who swirled around like this string.
Yeah.
Yeah. As I say,
right.
When I play the Doomed,
but
I use
like
that ability all the time. So, alright. So, no problem. You can have your portal gun. How would you like it introduced? So,
like I said, I want it to be finished. Me finish making it before we start doing a lot of the battles.
The thing that is going to happen when we start next session is going to be the beginning of the third act, in the sense that it's going to be a kind of a thing that kind of wakes you up and makes you remember that while you guys were doing your stuff, the bad people were doing their stuff too. So, but it is just going to be the start. It's not going to be like battle after battle after battle from there. So you will have an kind of a rude awakening there. The team will, and then from there, obviously, each and every one of you are going to prepare for what's coming. So you will definitely be getting your portal gun. Trent is going to be flexing his vines a little bit. Soldiers, is there anything new that you had in mind that I can help you work into the story? And Karma.
I mean, I have something that I've been dancing around the back of my head as revealing. And I think I'll do it when I get my next blah blah blah.
Advance?
Yeah, hold on 1 second. Let me double check. Yeah. So, matter of fact, I'm just going to DM this to you.
Okay, no problem. All right, cool. So we are good to go. You guys have a lot more freedom in this world now, and I'm gonna try to get you guys to go through the advancements quicker, because I kind of want you guys to be up a few levels and have a few new moves when you guys start going down into the sewers and going after these things.
Alright, sounds good.
Yeah.
I just gotta say though, in this one I really did like the dynamic between Trent and Soldius. I think we got further with that.
I did too. It's like I was so scared because I know Onyx is so powerful that if I had not did a little bit to stop him or slow him down, he really logically he could have broken you out of that probably, yeah. But your character needed to have that moment because you needed to have some kind of definition of what your character is rather than just hints and something needed to happen with your character. So I kind of really wanted that to come in the spotlight a little bit. But Mike being there and Mike Mike just being constantly at the ready. That was something that really amazed me, and it's like I'm sorry I couldn't figure out a proper way to like make that matter more to what was happening inside the dome, but I kind of wanted you to have to be locked in a room alone with this thing, because it made sense that you should be able to do physically what is happening with you metaphysically, in the sense that you and him were in the same body, locked in the same body, but you had never had any actual interaction with this thing directly. And
be honest with you,
yeah.
I think it was every bit as important that I was trying to support him as it was if I could just break him out. Yes. Like you said, it was important for him to have that fight on his own.
Yeah.
But he knew before he went in there and hoped out that whatever happened, I had his back. That's why I asked him right before he went in, do you want this?
Yeah. And that is an important question, and that is something that I was really proud of you for doing, Onyx, because that is teamwork. Like all the I give you guys a lot of grief about you need to be more team oriented. That right there, that is max team oriented. It's a small thing. It's only like a forward question, but the importance of it in the nature of things, it really had an impact, and that's what I like to see.
I know I went a little bit more dramatic than normal today.
Yeah, no, you did really good. I mean, it's like it was a struggle for me to roleplay the superior in a way that kept control of the situation. Because if I was careless about it, you guys would have said, fuck this shit, I'm out. And you guys would have busted out of there, and I had no way of stopping you.
Yeah, that's the direction I was going, but I knew the moment that the dome came up, I was like, yeah, well.
The intention I
All right,
had
guys.
was for you to actually fight him.
No, go ahead, Dan. Go ahead. Go ahead, Darren.
But yeah, the intention I had was for Trent to actually fight him. Because you
Oh, really?
yeah, because Onyx, you cut out at the moment when I was mentioning this, but the way I set it up was that what was happening with Trent is the same thing that was happening with Ichigo when Ichigo went inside himself to fight Zangetsu.
Yeah. I was thinking you were either going to go there or Superman 3. I'm glad you went with Bleach instead of Superman 3, though.
Yeah. But thanks a lot for you guys for sticking through this so far, because I'm really proud of the way you guys played tonight, and I'm looking forward to next week and tomorrow actually.
Definitely.
All right, guys. Tomorrow we're trying to start at 7. I want you guys to remember some of the inventions that you guys still have. The dinosaurs, the two Triceratops and Mr. T have not seen you yet, and you have some distance between them. Keep those things in mind.